So now that you've completed the program, which is very exciting, I love this. Can you share a specific example of how you use concepts, maybe like microlearning, because that's really popular, scenario based learning, or maybe in another strategy in your classroom, and what impact you noticed on student engagement or learning as you were using those tools?
I actually would say both microlearning and scenario learning. So I attended a project-based learning institute years and years and years ago. And I had at the beginning of my career been told by administrators, when you're doing project-based learning, you're going to have to pull in something from every subject to fit what you're teaching. So if, you are using a simulator where the kids are pretending to be realtors, you have to have a reading comprehension component, a writing component, a science, a social studies, a math. And it often felt like I was sort of like squaring the circle to make things fit. And it just, I'd end up going, okay, well, I guess here's the science component of it. But I was forcing puzzle pieces that didn't really belong together. And then when I went to the project-based learning training, they said, wait a second, no, you can do project-based learning in a single subject area and just expand and really go deep into what you're doing. So I've really used project-based learning quite a bit, but then being able to see what that looked like for this program, particularly in sort of a digital landscape, has changed my approach so much in that I've always done project-based learning as like a culminating activity or an overarching unit, whereas now I throw micro-learning PBL at them all the time because I can do it so much more easily and quickly if I create a digital thing. And my scholars just absolutely love it. They love to be able, in fact, if I don't offer it, they sort of give me the, well, I mean, what are we going to do that's an activity for this? And it's like, oh no, no, that's not the active. Oh, okay, let me create something for you. you know
Wow. Oh my
so being
goodness.
able to combine those two things, and it actually was, shout out to you because you gave me a heads up about the Genially platform.
Yes.
That is such a broadly applicable platform that I've been able to do so much with. I've really created so many different micro learning experiences for my class where, I can have them take branching pathways through scenarios and be able to self select. And, if you were going to do this, what would you choose? And being able to move forward on that. And it's also highly interactive. And they really love the interactivity of the program and being able to sort of discover and figure out what they're being asked to do and to think around corners in a lot of ways. And for me, I love it because it's also really, very intuitive to create. Like it doesn't take me, I don't have to go open up some how-to video on it every time I want to try something new. I sort of play with the tools for a couple minutes and there you go. I've got exactly what I've needed.
Yes, I love it too. It's great. I've been utilizing it for all my solo episodes now. I'll either use Canva if I want to create like a template,
Mhm.
or like a quick tip sheet or something like that. But a lot of times I'll go to Genially and I'm like, ooh, I can create an interactive diagram or a mini course or something like that.
Exactly.
And I like that too with the branching as well. It's really neat. And then you can add audio to it and add
Yes.
videos, and it's just so great without overwhelming. I think it's great because it really follows those principles of Mayer's multimedia and cognitive load theory. And I'm like, oh, these whoever created this, I mean, they're from Brazil, so I'm like, hats off to them because they've done a great job. And then they keep adding templates to it, so I'm
Yes.
always fascinated by it.